We have a kickoff breakfast in the morning. We kind of gather, get all our gear together and meet over at the trailhead and try to get pictures in and start hiking around 9 a.m. Above the spot where the trail hits the incline, kind of back the other way, there's a spot again where you kind of turn a corner and there's some fencing and so a bunch of boulders and stuff, and we'll stop for a break there. We like to call that the AdAmAn rest stop and corral. We stop at No Name Creek and have lunch, and then of course spend the night at bar camp. In the old days, they would there's a point called AdAmAn Point, just kind of northwest of camp. So it's about it might be close to a mile away from camp. If you get up on that point, you can see Colorado Springs, and so they would go out there and build a bonfire to let their families know that they had made it safely to bar camp. That tradition lasted a long time, and then I think before I started climbing, it kind of got moved to doing a bonfire at camp. We've kind of fallen out of the habit of doing the bonfire. We've done one just once in a while, but not much. What we would do around the bonfire was tell stories and stuff, you know. So now we pretty much just do that in bar camp. You know, we'll have dinner, and then after dinner, spend a little time and make up some stories. We do a group picture at bar camp in front of the cabin. So it's more than likely we leave at 8:30 or 9, you know, and in the afternoon the sun goes behind the hill on Pikes Peak, kind of, you know, it'll go just a little over, and like from the cirque up we'll be in the shade. When you lose that sun, it can be really bitterly cold, you know, and so it's nice to get started early enough to be able to get further up the mountain before the shade really hits you. So at the A-frame, we usually carry signal mirrors and we'll flash mirrors at Colorado Springs. And we do see a lot of people flashing back. As long as the weather permits, you know, if it's cloudy, it doesn't work. I actually heard one year a local glass company got this gigantic mirror and put it up on a crane, and we're flashing the AdAmAn Club with this gigantic mirror, you know. Some years there's not much snow and you can just walk on, it's a nice walk on dirt, you know, but other years there's more snow, and what can happen is you'll get these snows early on, and then they kind of freeze thaw, and you end up with corn snow, and it's like walking in sand, and oh man, it can be hard going, you know. It's like you step and you slide back and you know, it can really be tiring. It's really hard to stay together on the last part of that. We can be fairly close up to about the cirque, and then when people are starting to get cold and you know, some people are struggling, and if somebody's really struggling, it's nice to get the strong guys up on top, let them drop their packs and go back down and help carry the pack of somebody who's having trouble, you know. Usually we get up there around between 3 and 4 o'clock, and then of course you get on top and get inside, warm up a little.